one thing, don't like that.
What?
I was about 14 years old, had a little weight on me.
Were you chubby?
Down the streets.
Were you a chubby little girl?
Yeah. And they called me. Look at the headlights coming down the street. It was big boobs.
Who's this?
Me.
Oh,
They
really?
said, yeah, they said, here comes the headlights down the street. Well, let's see. I got a,
I suppose you walk to school every day.
oh, Lord, yeah. And on top of that, the 7 of us, and all 18 months apart. And I do remember my mother had a hard time, raising all of us. And I know I was about 15, and she got a washer, first electric washer. They came out, and I was helping her. I had real long hair and real heavy, and I was leaning over my head was sort of going through the ringer. And I screamed, Mother, Daddy, come get me out, come. Mother went out there, and had a whole lot of hair. She hit on top the lever.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you another thing too, is I can remember, I'll tell, I was about, it was before I married Tom, I was going to Tom. It must have been 21, something like that. And it was a real hot day. Instead, we had an upstairs, the girls, one room, the boys the other. So the sister Jen and I, we went downstairs, Mother had a couch in the living room, opened up to make a bed, and we opened up the door, had a screen door. It's laying there, so it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I felt something on my boots, and I thought it was my sister. I told her quit. When I opened my eyes, it was a black guy.
Oh, yeah?
So getting ready to rape me. And I started screaming, Mother, Daddy, Daddy, Mother, Daddy, nigger, nigger, Mother, Daddy, nigger, nigger. That's the God's truth. And Dad come in running in there, and Mother, and they said, what's wrong? You had a nightmare? And I said, no. And Jen was screaming. And I told her what happened. And so they called the police. And I couldn't swear. At that time, before the police came, it was the black guy on the other side of the street there. And I could swear it was him. I couldn't swear it was him, because he could have been there and ran down, on the other side. And then he'd take me to the, I guess you call it the courthouse, look at the mug shots. I couldn't pick him out. How could you pick a colored person out?
What do you mean?
I was supposed to try to pick this person out to try to rape me.
What do you mean?
Well, they all look alike to me.
I don't know. You should pay more attention when you see them.
Hell, I couldn't pay attention to that. I couldn't pay attention to that. I couldn't.
Oh.
Well, then I was, I'll tell you one to know the way that I met Tom. I met Tom.
What?
The grocery store up on the corner, and they had a saloon in the back part and the grocery in the front. And they had 2 rooms in the back, a kitchen and a sitting room. And I knew Mary Bonner. She's a couple years older than me. And I used to go down there, and at that time, they used to call them pajamas. And they were loose lace and high heel and low back. And I dressed right in style, I tell you. I went up to see her, and we went in the back, and back there talking and everything. And Fred Linton was a friend of Tom's, and he was a wallpaper hanger. And he papered their 3 bedrooms upstairs, and Tom was with him, and they came back to collect. And we got to talking, and I was going out with a fellow named Charlie Wacker, and Tom wanted to date, and I told him no. And the next night, here he comes to the house, wanted me to go out, and I told him no, I was going out with Charlie. Well, he kept coming around and that, and finally I went out with him. And I didn't go out with anybody else, and we went together for almost 2 years before we married. And we was married about 2 years, almost when Dan was born. And then in between there, lost one, and then I had Marlene. And she was her daddy's, what do you call, apple of the eye.
Yeah.
Anything she did was all right. And in the living room, she played with her toys, It'd be playing with her toys, it'd be laying all over the floor. You know how children are.
Yeah, well, that's the way they are.
Yeah, and I told Tom, I said, Tom, help me with these. Now, B, look, the good times she had, it won't take you 5 minutes to pick them up. I said, well, I don't see you getting up to pick them up. He said, well, if I help you, he said, it wouldn't be much to pick. You wouldn't have no fun.
Yeah, we gotta remember that. What about when you were little? What kind of toys did you have?
Huh? Well, we had a nice childhood, but we really had to.
Your mom and daddy were Irish.
Mother was German, Dad was Irish.
What's your mom's maiden name?
Stoet, Stoeth, and they used to call them States, but as years went by, they started calling them Stoet. And my grandma, she was tall and thin. She died when she was about 65.
Grandma, your grandma?
Mother's mother.
Uh-huh.
And I can't.
What was her name?
Oh Lord, it's been so many years. I can't remember her first name. I don't know, was it Helen or what? I don't remember her first name.
That was your mom's mom.
Mm-hmm.
What about your mom's dad?
Mother's daddy? Oh, he was a mean old Dutchman.
What was?
Yeah, he was mean, and Grandma, she was pretty, but she was in her early 60s when she passed away. And then he met this old lady, I can't remember her name now, lived over on Oak Street. He started going around with her. and he put a roof on her house, he painted. He did more for her than he did for themselves. They had people do that, but for her he didn't. But they didn't marry or anything. And then I think he lived to be about 90 years old, and he passed away. And then, well, Mother, let's see, how many, well, I'll tell you how many sisters Mother had. She had Aunt Rosetta, Aunt Nina, Aunt Francie. Then the men were Uncle Leo and Uncle Henry. Now, Uncle Leo, he stayed a bachelor.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, was it after the war or what, but he stayed living there in Florida. I had a picture of him in his home and everything. And I don't know, he was up about 50 years old when he married, I think her name was Helen too, and they married. And then, wasn't many years after that, she died, and then he died. And
so your mom had how many brothers and sisters?
Well, let's see, she had Aunt Lena, Aunt Francie, and Aunt Tracy, Aunt Rosetta, and two brothers, Uncle Leo and Uncle Henry.
That's your mom's siblings?
That's Mother's.
And your mom's parents, what, your grandfather was Dutch?
Yeah.
He came over from
Germany, and Marlene.
Germany? I thought he was Dutch.
Listen, wait a minute, you already asked Marlene. Oh, you already asked Marlene. She's got a family tree.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see our family tree? Mm-hmm. Well, she has our family tree, but it don't tell too much about that though.
No.
It don't tell too much.
Where were all you people living at the time?
Where? The
West
name
End?
of the street or where?
West End?
Yeah, the West End. It was 1613 Gallagher. And then Aunt Rosetta, she lived next door, 611. Then Aunt Rosetta, no, Aunt Francie, she lived up in 1525. It was called Gallagher Street. Gallagher. And Aunt Francie had just one girl, Mildred. And we were real close. And of course, she got married, and I did. But Mildred died when she was in her early 20s, and she left one child. And after the years went by, we lost contact of them. And Aunt Tracy, when Bill passed away.
Is that her husband?
No, when Bill, my husband, Bill, my brother passed away, well, I got to see, we called him Dob, but his name was Norman. And I got to see another neighbor of ours, Geraldine Hossenbrattle. And then I seen...
a lot of different ones.
Yeah. You know, about 5 or 6 came up to me, Danny, and really they knew me, but I didn't know them. And Mary Helen was married to my cousin Bert. God, she was old looking. And she was about 4 years younger than me. And she was taller than me, and she shrunk.
She shrunk?
Yeah, and she was only about, I thought I was did, but she's only about that big around.
Really?
And what I seen, I tell you, I forgot their names and everything.